Hi guys, Luke from RavineOutdoors here. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you what is in my survival tin. This tin comes with me when I go camping or on expeditions. It just sits in a small side pocket of my rucksack. And it's just there just in case you need it. What it is a small Coleman's mustard tin. And I acquired this once it was used. Obviously this is quite old. You can still pick these up from your local supermarket or your shop. And they're very, very useful as a container. Now we take the lid off here, and what we've got, first thing you come to, small button compass with inside the lid. That's just blue tacked on. The reason that that's there is to keep it at the top. Obviously in a survival situation, the first thing you need to do is ascertain where you are and what direction you need to be heading. So we've got a small button compass. What I've then done is polished off the lid of the tin, which gives you a reflective surface to use as a signalling mirror to signal for help from passing aircrafts, boats, cars, people, whatever. Shining that with the sun is going to help people identify that there's somebody there. Right, next thing that we come to within the pot. Savlon healing cream. This is antiseptic cream. It's a medium-sized tube, and it's just antiseptic cream to stop infection setting in if you've hurt yourself. Next thing we have here, 6 water purification tablets. These are just chlorine tablets, and each of those will purify 1 litre of water if you leave it overnight. The next thing here, this might look like a normal shotgun shell. What we do is just twist this lid off here, and inside you've got 5 waterproof matches. You've also got the striker for the matches and some silver birch bark to use as tinder. Now once you put that lid on there, that is a waterproof receptacle, meaning that there's no moisture going to get inside there, get your tinder wet. Obviously they're waterproof matches, it doesn't matter if they get wet, but this is very useful secondary use of a shotgun shell, and we will be showing you how to make these in a later video. The next thing we come to here are 2 normal plasters, just to seal any wounds that you may have. Right, what we've got here, folded up, is a water filter. You put your water in there, put your receptacle underneath, and it filters out any bits of sand or gravel, anything like that. Next thing we have, strike light. Now, this is a flint, so you can get your sparks to light the fire. Obviously you've got your matches, but you're limited with the amount of matches you've got there. You've got a fair few more strikes in this than you do matches there. Now what isn't in my container is the steel striker for this flint. And that's because I assume I'll always have my penknife with me, and then I use the back of that to strike. This is always in my pocket whenever I go on any expeditions or anything. So if I've got this with me, I'll have this with me. Put that to one side. The next thing I come to is a fishing float. This particular float can be used on sea or in the river. Doesn't really matter, you'll be able to see it both. And it's got the rubber attachments there and at the back to attach a line to. We've got a small pencil. As you can see, it's just about the length of half a finger, sharpened down just in case I need to write myself any messages, leave a note to somebody. It's just there just in case you need it. Obviously a pen will dry out, pencil always there. What we got here, we have 1 Durex condom. Now this isn't here because I think I'll get lucky whilst in a survival situation. Durex condoms, or any condoms for that matter, are extremely good holding liquids. As you can imagine, that's what they're designed for. Once you wash this off, you can use it to hold up to 1 litre of water. Obviously in a survival situation, water is one of your utmost objectives. If you can store 1 litre of water, that is invaluable. This here, we have a small Ziploc bag, and what it contains, get a couple out of my hand for you, are various sizes of fishing weight. Got a sliding weight there, and also various sizes of hooks. Now, one of the most important things, other than water, is food. Now obviously, if you're near a water source, you're going to be near fish. And these hooks and weights will help you catch your fish when employed with the float. Just put those there. Now, hooks and floats are useless without fishing line. What I've done is I've taken a thread reel, taken the thread off it, and then wound on 8-pound break strain, so decent sized fish, wire line onto here. And this is a fair amount of line. I'm not quite sure how much distance wise there is, but as you can see there's more than enough there to use for a fishing rod. Now, slid inside that, don't know if you saw, I pulled this out here, and what this is a needle and 2 pins with some thread wrapped around. This has a dual purpose. This can be used to repair clothing, but it can also be used to repair skin. Sounds a bit strange, I'm sure you'll agree. And what you do is you take, obviously it's probably thicker line than this, I'd probably end up using the fishing wire actually, and you sew it, and you can use it as stitches. So that's there in case of real bodily harm. Let's just tip this out. See, the last 2 items in the tin, what we've got here are safety pins of varying sizes, and they're all metal safety pins, and they're good for holding together slings or bandages or shelter for that matter. Got an old blanket, you can sling it up with some safety pins. And now the last item in the box, it's a rather strange looking object. What this is the end of a pen. I've got a promotional pen, and you click the top and it's actually a torch, as you can see. Just some small batteries in there, and it's quite useful. Smaller than any torch I've ever seen. It's quite good just to pop in the bottom. You get quite a lot of light out of it. It's surprisingly bright, which this can be used to signal people much the same way as a signalling mirror. Now, that's everything out the tub, but the tin itself can actually be used in survival situation also. It can be used as a water receptacle to carry water. It can be used as a pot because it's metal. You put it on the fire, you can cook in it, and you can also use it obviously to store things to keep them dry. So all in all, a very useful kit to carry with you for in use of a survival situation. As I say, I always carry this with me in my rucksack, just in case. Comes in handy time to time on the campsite. Things like the strike light are always handy. Matches, day-to-day use on the campsite really. And that is my survival tin. For any questions, just email us, and we'll get back to you or comment on the video. Thank you very much for watching. We'll come back with some more videos soon.